This just came in a moment ago. U.S. will try to deport Abrego Garcia before his trial, the Justice Department attorney has said. How is this constitutional? Was that not what the argument was? Was that he was denied a trial to deport, and now they're doing it before his next trial? I'm a little bit confused here. But let's unpack this. Computer's slow right now. Give me a moment. Need to scroll down. U.S. government would initiate deportation proceedings against Kilmar Abrego Garcia if he's released from jail before he stands trial on human smuggling charges in Tennessee. A Justice Department attorney told a federal judge in Maryland on Monday. The disclosure by U.S. Lawyer Jonathan Guyon contradicts statements by spokespeople for the Department of Justice and the White House, who said last month that Abrego Garcia would stand trial and possibly spend time in an American prison before the government moves to deport him. Guyon made the revelation during a federal court hearing in Maryland, where Abrego Garcia's American wife is suing the Trump administration over his mistaken deportation in March and trying to prevent him from being expelled again. Guyon said U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement would detain Abrego Garcia once he's released from jail and send him to a third country that isn't his native El Salvador. However, Guyon said he didn't know which country that would be. This is sickening and shows that they're not in any way, shape, or form interested in the due process rights for migrants in America.
Yeah. They I've seen a lot of videos where like he didn't use due process when he came here. Due process isn't for us to use. It's not due process.
Right.
So, yeah, but frequently what they're trying to do is test bounds. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to push the envelope as far as they can possibly get it. And there's not a lot of restraint and not a lot of things that can stop it. If it ends up in a court that's favorable to them, they get a favorable decision. If it doesn't, nothing happens. They try again later. It's been a colossal failure, all things considered. And the unfortunate part, and you should look out for this because this is what they're going to attack next. We've already started seeing it. They're going to attack one of the judges, and they're going to attack that structure as much as possible. They're going to turn tide on the judges. We've already seen it happening. But they want to put pressure to get favorable ones, and we're going to slowly watch them start undermining the rule of law in various different ways. So it could get really crazy and chaotic. I would just keep an open mind because that's going to happen. That's the next move. That's the only next move for them. They have to do that, or they're going to fail.
What it boils down
they're going
to,
to after people. Yeah.
right. The administration fundamentally doesn't believe or accept the premise of a separation of powers. They think that the executive has control over the judiciary and should be able to force them into these kinds of political cases in movements that advance their agenda. Them using this kind of leverage and political pressure to undermine his due process, his habeas corpus, is despicable and sets a terrible precedent, not just for migrants, but for U.S. citizens. He's already said he wants to deport U.S. citizens, and now that could lead to a precedent where they're denied due process as well, that they're deported to a random country just based on whatever he feels of the day.
Mm-hmm. And then they can be deported to countries they're not even from.
Right.
So they're giving them a lot of leeway.
What happens in those countries, though?
Yeah.
Like when they go to the third-party countries, are they automatically put in prison, or are they just, hey, now you're an El Salvadorian in Syria? What,
presumably a prison.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. It's creating an awful standard here internationally.
Yeah.